Hey there, folks! It's Seb from Duel Bros, and I am here to talk about the new ban list that dropped yesterday. And boy, do I have a lot to say about it. First things first, I just want to say a proper goodbye to Abyss Dweller, who is now forbidden just like his OCG counterpart. Man, this ban hurt me a lot, I can't even lie. Like, the Abyss Dweller, he was the first ever XZs I ordered as a single when I first started properly looking into the game. And every time I ran a deck that could make a rank 4 XZs, he was always my go-to first pick for the team. Especially nowadays with all them graveyard effects, freaking Chain Link 10, White Forest in the graveyard, all that crazy nonsense. It was so nice to just be able to say, no, your turn's taking 10 minutes instead of an hour. But yeah, I guess now because a certain deck, not naming anybody, had a rank 4 XZ's monopoly in the meta, yeah, they decide just axe the Dweller, which is a big shame. R.I.P. Little Sea Serpent Buddy, you're with the Pharaoh now. But of course, Abyss Dweller isn't the only rank 4 water XZs that's been banned. Bahamut Shark is also joining him in the pile of shame. And it's pretty easy to see why, with everyone using him to get out totally awesome in a bunch of decks that really don't need another Omni Negate on the board. Of course, this does just kind of raise the question, why ban the Shark? Why not ban the Frog? But I assume Konami wanted to keep the Frog in there just as a neat little boss monster for all them rank 2 decks. I feel like these generic good cards, I have mixed feelings on them. On one hand, they're fantastic because they allow all these decks that wouldn't be able to stay relevant otherwise to have some sort of punching power in them. But on the other hand, it does also make a lot of the game homogeneous, with everyone using different monsters to get out the exact same end board. And also, if it's generic and more OP than specific stuff, then yeah, it does kind of have a head scratching. Why is this even made? Power creep moment, I guess. But there is something about the new ban list that I am incredibly happy about. And that is how they've nerfed Ryziel and Malice in a respectful way. Usually when the new big thing becomes the old big thing, Konami just go all out. We got limits, we got bans all across the board. Here it's just all their main cards go down from 3 to 2, which means they're still able to play in the game, and the players can do what they used to do and still kick ass, but it's not that obnoxiously overpowered anymore. Which, like I said, fantastic move. We need to see more of this going forwards. And also, Bonfire is finally at 1. I've been wanting this for a long time because, as you've seen from a few of my earlier videos, I do have a Setsala Knight deck, and I was there when reinforcement of the army went from 3 to 1. If us warriors aren't allowed our triple searcher, then why the hell are the pyros allowed theirs? Good riddance. Now you know how I feel. But yeah, other than that, they also kind of retroactively did this by giving the Snake Eyes cards go from 1 to 2, and also White Dragon and Black Dragon going from 1 to 2 as well. So I'm assuming we're going to be seeing a lot more Snake Eyes players again, and a lot more Dragon Link players too, which does bring a smile to my face, because as you all know, I am a Dragon Maid enthusiast, and before I ran the Chaz Dragons as my support engine, your boy was running a Rocket engine as support, so I am well versed in the ways of the Dragon Link. I also kind of feel like a lot of this retroactive, going from limiting to semi-limiting, is also just because the power creep as well. So much new strong stuff has been added in the game that, when you look back at the ban list and the limit list, you're just why is that even limited? There's stuff currently out there unlimited that's 10 times stronger than this. So it's very good that Konami wised up and kinda evened it out a bit. Oh yeah, and also, speaking of stuff that used to be limited and banned and now isn't, Monkey Board is now at 3, which is very surprising, honestly. I remember back in the day when pendulums broke the game, but I suppose they won't break the game anymore now that they're reliant on the links to do their like weird extra deck resurrection summoning bullshit. So I do think I would like to see Performer Pals make a comeback, but in a more balanced way now that they're reliant on their link successes, you know? Also, the level 3 dangers are now unlimited. I've got a friend who plays a Danger Dark World deck and a Snake Eyes Diabell Star Fire King deck, so I assume she's going to be very happy about this new ban list. I feel like with the dangers, it's just more of the same. It's like, this was a game changer back in the day, but with the current meta, it's just an ordinary Joe. Bring it back. And the absolute highlight of the ban list, Bestial Druiswurm is down to 1. Fuck Bestials, nerf them to the ground, put every single card at 1. This is a good start, but we need more. Make them unplayable. Make them out of the Sorry about that. As you can see, I do have strong feelings on certain archetypes, or to be more specific, a certain engine. Branded Regain is cool though. Keep that, axe the rest. But all jokes and personal vendettas aside, there is one very disappointing thing about the new ban list, and that's that the Fiendsmiths weren't hit at all. Like, how? How is the one engine that every deck can play because it's like 4 cards makes the entire board all by itself, left untouched? I mean, I already know the answer, but like, come on. Guess we're gonna have to be dealing with Fiendsmith's tracks for the foreseeable future. Yippee. And to close things off, I'd like to talk about how Konami is actively cracking down on a certain area of the game, that being cards with effects that negate hand traps. We saw it in past ban lists, with Called by the Grave going to 1, and now Triple Tactics Talent and Crossout Designator are joining it in the Limited Brigade. I mean, Triple Tactics were also coming from a mile away. Like, let's be real here, that card was crazy. You'd use your hand traps to stop your opponent's combo, that's like half your hand gone, and then just be like, oh, well, I got Triple Tactics, boom, draw 2 cards, new combo. So yeah, very thankful that got enough, because that 3 was just too much. Crossout Designated though, that one caught me by surprise, because it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but I never saw it as like a game changer that needed dealing with. What I will say though is I can see why they're choosing to attack this portion of the game in particular, because the point of hand traps was to be able to disrupt the crazy combos more than Yu-Gi-Oh is infamous for. It's thanks to cards like Ash Blossom and Nibiru that the game isn't just decided by a coin flip, and it's decided by, well, the actual game. And cards like Triple Tactics essentially throw a spanner in the works by providing an out to the hand trap and letting the combo go through. But of course, with the absolute dominance hand traps have in the meta these days, it is good to have some precautions against them. So I'd say limiting the tactics and limiting the crossouts is the perfect balance between keeping the power of hand traps while also having some sort of an out against it that isn't too crazy, if you get what I mean. Like this is the ideal. So I am happy about this too. So, overall thoughts on the ban list? Mixed feelings. I mean, we lost a real one, but we got a ton of steps in the right direction. We even got a Bestial nerfed. There is some stuff I'm unsatisfied about, but overall not too shabby, not too shabby. And that's all I have for today. Catch you later.